Am I the butthole for telling my sister and parents that she can never live with me? To start with, I, 26 female, have never had a good relationship with my sister, 32 female. She didn't like having a younger sibling and had no interest in me. She moved out when she was 18 and ceased any contact with me, even going as far as rubbing it in my face how she never wanted to know me, by showing up for Christmas at grandparents' houses and bringing gifts for our cousins but not me, and by showing up for their birthdays but not mine. The last time I was any way hopeful for us to have a relationship was at our youngest cousin's first birthday party when I was 15. She brought along her friends and was mocking me for trying to talk to her when I saw her earlier at the party. So I hardened toward her that day and decided if she didn't want to be my sister then I would just need to accept that and move on from her. She got married when I was 17 and told our parents I was not welcome. Our parents tried to change her mind but she was not having it. I thought that was when they realized there was no way we were going to be buddies someday or even real family. And now they expect me to help her out. She got divorced from her husband 4 years ago, he got her into a lot of debt and then bailed. They have a 7-year-old together. She lost her job recently and she got a new job in my city and then the rental she had planned to move into fell through and she ended up asking me to stay. I told her no. She went to our parents and the three put pressure on me. When I stood by my stance they paid for her to stay in a hotel for a while. She has not been able to secure a place and apparently lost the job due to a lack of actual address. They are all saying I turned my back on her and we should help family. I got really frustrated with all of them but especially my parents. She has never wanted a single thing to do to me. She has purposely gone out of her way to hurt my feelings and make it clear I am nothing to her. But I'm supposed to help her out because she's a struggling single mom? After everything? With no apology or actual sign that she doesn't feel the same about me. Where my guilt is coming in to ask this is she has a daughter and I feel bad for her. But her daughter is also a stranger to me. I have never been part of her life and I don't even know if she knows who I am. But still, she's a kid and as a mom now I am wondering if I am being a total dick here like they seem to believe. AITA? Fix the typo about her being the younger sibling. It's that she didn't like having one. Also want to add because it keeps coming up that more could have happened before I was born in the early years that I am not aware of. But all I have ever been told is she reacted negatively to having a sibling and that's all I've ever known from her. I can't say I know of anything that could have caused it. NTA. An awful situation for the daughter, but this is karma coming for your sister for the way she treated you. You have absolutely no obligation to take her in. She has never treated you as family, so why should you treat her as such? Your parents can take her in if she's that desperate for help. Honestly, if she has nothing like claimed moving to be closer to them would be her best option because she would have their help. Also, if you're a mom, would you like her toxic attitude around your kids? I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be good seeing their mom treated poorly in their safe environment. It wouldn't be good for anyone because you know if you did she could start pretending to be nice but true colors will shine through and your family don't deserve that. Hey, don't mean to be rude, just wanted to quickly say that it should be if you're a mom, because you're as you are, whereas your designates something is in possession of the subject. Sorry, but have a great day. Well, at least you're nice about it unlike other people. Right? So many people are rude. It makes me not want to correct people because I'm afraid they will be like you're mean. This person was seriously so friendly about it, I love it. Thanks for explaining this. I'd forgotten which was which. You/I and the other one is there/there/there. I get stuck on that one too. The way I always remember is I use the apostrophe as a reminder, so when I type it, I'll actually say in my head you are. They are. I don't know if that will help you, but it's just the way I keep it straight in my head. For there/there, the one that involves a person has an I, like I am referencing a person. Thanks very much. For some additional help with there/there/there, do the same trick for your with there. For there, think of it as answering where something is. Here or there. That leaves there as the odd one out, so if you can remember where to use there and there, you can sort it out for there. This exchange greatly warms my heart. I also meant to say op. You are definitely not in the wrong. In fact, sis has some cheek asking after the way she has treated you. And if I was your mom I would understand completely about your refusal. Definite NTA. The English language is incredibly confusing. I often think this, especially trying to help my 7-year-old daughter with her spelling. Definitely understatement. It is not my first language. But there is something new I learn for every day. The way I remember there/there/there. 1. There is a contraction, so they are. 2. There is a place, as in over there. Over doesn't have an I in it, neither does there. 3. There is another person's possession. I also have things edit, formatting. For number 2, there, another easy way to remember is here and there is just here with a T at the front. Also, where? There. Given how they didn't do a whole lot to step in when original post was under their roof, why would they suddenly care about exposing their daughter/granddaughter to toxicity? If any of my children treated the other like described above, there would be consequences, therapy, and if the older sib still refused to treat their sibling well, they would be excluded from privileges. Treating your family well, especially family who is nothing but kind to you, isn't optional in healthy households. The parents' passivity in this caused the dynamic to be cemented. They are at fault for enabling the situation and then furthering the abuse by demanding that the abused care for their abuser. Exactly. Like, did the parents still go to the wedding and just say bye original post see you later? Maybe she can ask to live with someone who is actually invited to her wedding. Surely those are people she can stand to have around. I want to know too. Info. This is the big one for me. How do they imagine this is going to go? Personally, I foresee slight after slight, culminating in a blowout, and original post having to bring in the cops to evict the sister. I mean, it's not like they got along great, had one fight, and just need to remember how close they were. The parents need to bring the sister home, it's not ops issue. This here. Do not budge. NTA. I doubt her attitude toward you will change even if she's living in your house. Ask your parents if they think she would have done it for you. And if they say yes, then you know they are in denial. Be strong. You are NTA. But original post needs to be the bigger person. /S. As the youngest person in this situation, we expect them to be the most mature /S. And that's how I ended up with my older sister's 2 kids. Story time? That is always the response in these situations, or they say your family. It is just a way for them to manipulate for the toxic person's self reasons. Agreed. It's just a lazy/lame excuse used to sweep toxic behavior under the rug without actually having to acknowledge or apologize for said toxic behavior. I understand why you feel sorry for the young girl, but that is because you have feelings and are compassionate. However, your sister treats you terribly, and if she moves, and she will feel entitled and will fall back into treating you and your family poorly because she got what she wanted with no consequences for past transgressions. You are under no obligation. Let your parents deal with her. After all, they enabled her behavior towards you and helped shape who she is today. NTA. My whole family is composed of serial sweepers. We sweep and sweep and sweep things under the rug until the rug is full and the handle is broken, and then we buy a new effing broom and find a new rug. I learned the hard way almost 2 years ago that they don't tolerate confronting bad behavior. I was ostracized from my family with no contact because I confronted someone that mocked me to my whole family in a group chat I wasn't a part of. Since then, we've smoothed it over, but I know my position in my family and have considerably distanced myself from my family because I honestly have no desire to be part of a family that places priority on people with bad behavior. Serial sweepers. This would actually be funny if it weren't so damn sad. I told my grandma a few weeks ago I don't have the yearly budget they do for brooms this year. She thought it was funny, but really it is so sad. She's used to it by this point, but man, it sure sucks to have a crafty family. Yeah, you know you've always been the more mature sibling, you need to bridge the gap somehow. But, then she wouldn't be able to feel better about herself by crapping all over you in your own home? How can she possibly recover, if it's not on your dime? And wouldn't she be so much happier if you gave her the opportunity to abuse you in your own home? NTA, of course, and please stand firm on your no. Your parents allowed her to treat you this way growing up, they should bear the brunt of helping out your sister. And when you have a chance to pause and reflect on all of this, you might want to think about your parents' role in all of this. If you were in their place, would you let one of your kids repeatedly bully the other? I know your immediate question is about your sister, but I think your parents have played a role in this that should be examined. Posts like this make me wish there was a way to vote everybody sucks here except for op. Like FTG for F those guys. Stand strong, op. FTG. This and this again. Parents should have absolutely put a stop to this behavior 5 minutes after it appeared. Letting one sibling abuse and hurt another makes the parents even more responsible and guilty than the sister. The older sister was poisoning the original post from the start, with all of her hatefulness. It's astounding that original post has turned out as well as she has. Why would anyone expect you to let the person who spent 20+ years trying to murder your heart back into your life? I have PTSD from a situation very similar to this, and when certain triggers happen, I am right back going through it all again. Just dealing with the terrible memories that arise when you're forced to think about your abuser is enough to make a person want to find a hole and crawl in it. Original post, you are definitely NTA, but your parents and sister are such incredibly huge. Do not let your sister back into your life, and if your parents are too effing stupid to realize how horrible it is to even suggest IT to you, forget they exist also. Also think about if you do let her stay, there's no guarantee that she's not going to go back to treating you like you don't exist once she's on her feet again. Heck, there's no guarantee she'd treat you nicely under your own roof. If the sister stays for a month in established residency and has mail delivered, you can't just kick her out if the situation turns bad. There's been a ton of family living arrangement posts like this one lately with the pandemic going on, and I just can't wrap my head around ops being hounded by other families shaming them for not opening their home to a family member who they have a terrible relationship, if any relationship at all, because they are in need. The ops are just supposed to shrug as they are disrespected further, but this time in their own home? Familial guilt is something else. I'd probably take in a complete stranger over my estranged father. A stranger would most likely be way more grateful and helpful. If they did end up being a crafty person, tossing them out or getting law enforcement involved would be less hassle, since I doubt their family is going to blow up my phone over any fallout. My hypothesis? They want original post to do it because they're scared of having to do it themselves. NTA. She made it clear that you are not welcome in her life. You are now returning the favor. She didn't even want you at her wedding, and probably refused to invite you to any birthdays/parties/holidays at her house, as well. NTA. She didn't want a relationship, so now she has not relationship. Figure out what you are going to say, with a maximum of 3 sentences, then keep repeating that. In no way should you continue the conversation. Don't let them make you. Don't justify, argue, defend, or explain. Web link. Yeah, she never invited me to anything, and she rejected my parents' invitation to my high school graduation. We had no contact at all in years, and now she reaches out because she needs something. It's not like she even made an attempt to apologize or anything first, just straight to help. They can't even use the family argument. She is not family. And you don't need to worry for the child either. It's not like they are living on the streets. Maybe her father can take her in. You are doing yourself a favor in not taking her in. Since you don't know the child, who knows how she behaves? You don't know if her mother let her get away with everything, and in one day your home might be trashed. I repeat, that woman is not family. If your family pressures, no is a complete sentence. Hang up the phone or walk away if they won't stop. They can't even use the family argument. She is not family. She's chosen to not be your family for the last however many years, and your parents let that happen. I understand she was an adult at the time it was her decision, but your parents should be more supportive of that now. She chose to essentially cut you out of her life. You mentioned you are a mom now. I'm assuming your child lives with you. You need to think how she would feel about an essential stranger coming to live with them. Please stand your ground. You're absolutely not the butthole here. Just want to add, as a kid it's fine to have a stranger come and live with the family. What's not fine is to have a stranger who treats your mom like crap come and live with the family. Let's say you gave her a place to stay. Do you think she will have changed completely and be respectful and appreciative for your help? When conflicts arise, will she defer to you or try to use family to pressure you into giving into her way concerning the inner operations of your home? This could end very badly if you let family pressure you into sacrificing your life for her situation. NTA. This isn't just a matter of she was mean and you're getting revenge, this is a matter of her being unable to live with you without conflict. And when original post doesn't want to be free child care for the kid, again, there's another layer of family pressure. Give in on a place to live and they'll pressure you to give in on everything. NTA. When they try to use the "but she's family," just say no, we meaning mom, dad, and me are family. She is not my family. She made a point to cut me out of her family when I was still a kid and I accepted it and gave her what she wanted. She is and always has been a stranger to me. I'm not letting a stranger stay in my home, no matter who it is or what anyone tries to say. She went out of her way to hurt me to show she isn't my sister. I'm just giving her what she wanted. If you feel so bad for her, take her in yourselves. Edit to add in ruling not the butthole at all. I cannot imagine allowing my child to act like that towards a sibling. Ever. What they allowed with her is beyond the pale. Hold your ground. Did she ever explain to anyone why she was so against having you in her life? Is she just a narcissist who couldn't stand not being the youngest, and never saw you as a person? Not that I am aware of, no. Sister is your family, but to me she is a stranger. She is a stranger who has never been as much as civil with me. I feel for her, but I can't have a stranger in my home, especially not one who blames me for my own birth. She isn't your family, she's your parents' family. Your family is the people who love you and the people you love. Your sister is a stranger and one you can't trust. Don't feel bad for crossing the street, here. Even if she apologized, don't let her in. Your sister is understandably desperate, but that's not on you. She has crap on you your whole life and has given you no indication that she will ever do otherwise. She's reaping what she sowed. You do not owe her anything, you're not obligated, and it's okay to say no. Your NTA. She isn't family. This isn't your problem. She has a tough road ahead. Cold hearts, not many friends I expect. You take care of you. Wow. I'm going to keep Jade in mind. NTA. Your parents must have been aware of your poor relationship with your sister over the years. They didn't do much to help repair it, but now they'll jump in to guilt trip you over this? Stick to your guns. Her daughter is not your concern in any way whatsoever. I wouldn't even bother with the financial help or gifts that some have suggested. You are a complete stranger to this child, and opening up a relationship with your niece means having her mother in your life. Let your parents put them up in their house. Agreed. Was looking for this response. Don't be a black sheep. Run. NTA. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.